Hi everyone, Miss Dolman here. Hope you're all okay and doing well, and we're ready to start our reading lesson, so let's begin.
So use the pictures below to help you make up your own story. Today we have some elephants, a forest, a koala, but look very carefully at that picture. We have the earth and we have a tiger. Pause the video and come up with your own story using those pictures. So your target today is to retrieve and record information from non-fiction. Remember to read and listen to the text, read the question, find the keywords from the question in the text to retrieve the answer, and then record your answer. The Rugby Six Nations. The Rugby Six Nations is the world's oldest rugby competition. Every year, men's and women's national teams battle it out to become the champions. Do you know which countries take part? If you don't, have a guess and write down your answers. History. The championship began in 1882 when it only included the 4 countries of the United Kingdom: England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Now the Republic of Ireland used to be part of Ireland and now is not in the United Kingdom, but in 1882 Ireland as a whole country was part of the United Kingdom. Later in 1910 France joined and it became the 5 Nations. Much later in the year 2000 Italy joined, and in 2007 it changed to include the Women's Six Nations Championship, making it the Six Nations Championship that we know today. Which countries are in the Six Nations? After the 2021 competition, how many competitions will Italy have been involved in? And which countries will Wales have to play during the competition? Pause the video whilst you retrieve the answers. Which countries are in the Six Nations? England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France and Italy. After the 2021 competition, how many competitions will Italy have been involved in? 21 competitions. Which countries will Wales have to play during the competition? England, Ireland, Scotland, France and Italy. How does it work? In spring each year, from February to March or April, there are 5 weekends, that's Saturdays and Sundays, of matches when each nation plays every other nation once. Each year they take it in turns to play at their national home ground. Teams gain points for winning or drawing matches, as well as gaining bonus points for scoring 5 or more tries during a match. You can even gain points from losing a match if you lose by 7 points or fewer, as well as being able to gain the bonus points for 5 tries or more. The bonus point system was introduced in 2017 in order to encourage teams to score more tries. In which month does the competition start each year? In the How Does It Work section, what does the author mean by the phrase home ground? Pause this video whilst you work out your answers by retrieving. In which month does the competition start each year? It starts in February. And in the How Does It Work section, what does the author, the person that has written this, mean by the phrase home ground? The home ground is the stadium in their country, so they play at their stadium in their own country. Rugby fact file. A try is the name for the 5 points scored when the ball is placed over the try line. The England women's team won every year from 2006 to 2012. There are 15 players on a rugby union team. The matches last 80 minutes and have 2 halves. The Millennium Stadium in Wales has a full roof. 82,000 people can fit into England's Twickenham Stadium. How many minutes does a match last? When two teams are playing each other, how many people are on the pitch, including the referee? And why do you think they built a roof on the Millennium Stadium? Pause the video whilst you answer these three questions. How many minutes does a match last? It lasts for 80 minutes. When two teams are playing each other, how many people are on the pitch, including the referee? Well, there's 15 players on one rugby team, so another 15 would be 30 players, and then adding the ref, that would be 31. Why do you think they built a roof on the Millennium Stadium? The question asks you, why do you think? So any answer that says something about the weather so the games can go ahead would be right. Rugby Union Glossary. So a try. The ball is placed over the try line and 5 points are scored. A conversion. After a try, you get an extra 2 points if you kick the ball between the posts from opposite where the try was scored. So you could get 5 points plus another 2, which would give you 7, but not always. A scrum down is after a foul, players push against each other in a formation to try and get the ball on their side to carry on playing. A line out is when the ball goes off the pitch at the side and is thrown back in and players line up to try and catch it. Some jump high. And a knock on, the ball must always be passed backwards in rugby, so a knock on is when it accidentally goes forward. If Wales scored 5 tries during a match, how many points will they have scored? So this is a maths question, but you can use what you have been learning with Mr. Baglin and I. You could use repeated addition. Does that give you a clue? If Wales score 5 tries, how many points do you get in one try? Pause the video whilst you do a little bit of maths. How many points will they have scored? They will have scored 25. 5 times 5. 5 lots of 5. So, your target today was retrieving and recorded information from non-fiction. You should have read and listened to the text, read the questions, find the keywords from the question in the text by retrieving, and then recorded your answer down. How do you feel you got on with this? How did you do with the success criteria? And then write down which face you are in today's lesson on your work. And that's the end of our lesson. So don't forget to share your work with us in school. Thank you to everyone who sent your work in so far. Through WhatsApp, email, or on a daily exercise, you can post it at the school. Hope you're all staying safe, keeping well, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye-bye for now.